Hey there, my homeowners. This is Josh Sternberg coming at you from sunny Southern California. I hope everybody's doing well and having a good holiday season. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about surplus fund scammers. So the first thing you have to understand is what surplus funds is or are. Surplus funds is the money left over after a foreclosure sale has already happened. So in this video, if you're trying to educate yourself or if you're in this unfortunate position, that means that the house has already been foreclosed on and that there's money left over that's going to go to you as the homeowner or the borrower. Let's call it the homeowner. In order for there to be surplus funds, it means that a third party bidded, right? So a third party bid and won the foreclosure auction. Let me explain that distinction for you. If there's no bidder and the house is foreclosed, the home goes back to the bank. It becomes what's called an REO, real estate owned. That just means bank owned. If the bank owns the property and there's no bidding, then there's no surplus funds because no money changes hands. If somebody comes and bids and overbids based on how much you owe on the property, so super easy numbers. Let's say you owe $500,000 on the property, and somebody purchases it for $600,000 at the foreclosure auction, which is called a trustee sale here in California, non-judicial foreclosure. You owe $500,000, they bid $600,000, $100,000 is left over. That's your money. So that money goes to the foreclosure trustee and is held. That money should go to you, but you should hire a law firm who knows what they're doing to go get you that money. So actually, you know what, let me even back up a little bit. What happens is when your house goes to foreclosure, and there are surplus funds, it's public record to see how much the house was foreclosed on, so how much the winning bidder was. So I can go online and I can see that $600,000 was the winning bid and that you might only owe $500,000. And if that's the case, I can make the assumptions that you're a surplus funds candidate or a surplus funds potential client, let's say, and you'll start getting solicited. What companies will do is they will call you and they'll do two things. One, they'll say that they can get your house back. And two, they're going to charge you very high fees. In my opinion, both of those are scams. Starting with number one, nobody should be able to call you and say, we're going to get your house back without knowing every single fact of why your house is foreclosed. Getting a house back after foreclosure is extremely difficult in California, near impossible. So if somebody calls you and says, oh, well, they did this wrong and that wrong and we're going to sue them, they're just trying to bring you in so that they can get your surplus funds case. It's a scam, in my opinion. Number two, they're charging you some crazy fee like 35% or 40% of your surplus funds. And what does that mean? That means that the $100,000 that's being held for you, when they get that check, they're going to take $35,000 or $40,000 if it's 35 or 40% fee. In my opinion, that's an unconscionable fee. It's a very high fee for the work that's involved. A proper fee could be as low as 5%, as high as 10, 12, or 15% if it's a little bit more complex. In my opinion, that's in line with what the fees should be in getting that money for you. But what these surplus funds companies do is they kind of scare you. Well, after they tell you they can get you your house back, then they try to scare you and say, and if we can't get your house back, you're going to lose all your money, so you have to use us to go get your money. So you think, okay, well, getting 60,000 of my 100,000 is better than getting zero. The first thing about saying that they're going to get your house back, that's just being dishonest. The second thing is sort of fear-mongering, saying you're not going to get any of your money unless you pay us a bunch of money because we know what you're doing and you have no idea what you're doing. They take advantage of people who English might be their second language. They might be more like, say, blue-collar workers, so they feel uncomfortable in the legal or foreclosure arena, and they're just taking advantage of you. If you find yourself in this position, call us, reach out to me, send us a message on YouTube, on the comments, and someone, either myself or my staff, will respond to you. We just don't want you to find yourself in a worse position after you've already been foreclosed on. Okay? We hope this helps you. Again, my name is Josh Sternberg, Sternberg Law Group. Please click, follow, like, and if you need us, find us online at sternberglawgroup.com. Thank you so much.